Before I make this drink, I want to make it abundantly clear this drink is not designed to taste good. In the first Jurassic Park film, the Dilophosaurus Venom is said to cause blindness and paralysis. And this drink will hopefully not do that unless you put it directly into your eyes, in which case, don't do that. Take our shaker, get some ice in there, start with some sour apple. Just a heads up, if you're using one of these 50 milliliter bottles, the bottle actually contains a little bit more than a shot. So, after we fill this up, you'll notice that there's still some left. Get that in there. Then you want some herbal liqueur. I wasn't sure what else to call it other than its brand name. That's supposed to be a deer. Oh, I don't like this stuff. Get that in there. Last but not least, you want some spiced rum. Pour that in there. When shaking your shaker, make sure you're holding on to all three components of it. The base, the lid part, and then the cap. I'm going to use my Name Your Poison shot glass. Fill her up. Down the hatch. There we go. Today, our focus is on the mini Jurassic World blind bag Dilophosaurus collection, I suppose, if you have all of them. I'd spin this around, but balance is a big issue with these guys. Let's see how many of them can actually make it. Are you kidding me? I spent so much time getting them up, and they're staying. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man down. Start with this guy. This guy is from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom multi-pack, the Walmart exclusive. This has no paint, no articulation, and it's actually a completely different sculpt than the rest of the series. You know, for such a tiny figure, this guy's got some pretty good detail. And what's very surprising is how long the tail is compared to Mattel's other dinosaurs with these tiny little rat tails. This is actually pretty decent. This next guy, this is the most common that you'll find or will have found since these have been out for quite some time now. Cast in this almost tealish rubber, it has this kind of dark wash on it. It's got some spray on the belly, down the tail, and it has this vivid frill and crests. Very similar in color to the Attack Pack, except with a brighter frill. But the body color is exactly the same. This guy is articulated. You can move his head up and down, and it can spin around. I don't know why you'd ever want to do this, but you can. Like I said before, this guy is the most common. You'll find him in a few of the blind bags series. He's not in the most current iteration of the blind bags, but I'm sure he'll be back. If you're trying to find him in the blind packs, this one is going to be very easy to find. A, because he's so skinny and tiny, especially compared to, some of the other like theropods. Definitely a whole lot smaller. And B, it's got this wide frill. It doesn't fold down, so that's really easy to... Here, let me just stick him in one of these packs here. If you just feel along the body, even if you don't know the codes, you can feel along the body and you can feel that frill that really sticks out. This version has the same color rubber, the same wash on the back, the same spray underneath. The only difference in paint is that the crests are unpainted and the frill is this orange and yellow as opposed to this guy. This guy was released in the Legacy multi-pack. Last but not least, this is the most recent one. Every series of the blind bags has one chase metallic variant. And this was the metallic variant for one of the series, painted in this metallic olive green color. It has a metallic painted frill and crests as well, and has some silver spray underneath. Just like the others, it still has the same articulation. One thing that's frustrated me with all of the Mattel Jurassic World Dilophosaurs is that they have this built-in frill that you cannot remove, save for the Amber collection. So if you want, it's pretty soft rubber, and it's pretty easy to cut the frills off. Here is a frillless version, and it can stand about as well as the rest of them. As far as stability goes, it could take a while to set them up just so. They don't balance on their tail at all, so you can't have them kind of sitting down, they just flop over. You can have them kind of leaning down like this, if that's how you want to work it. If you have them on a rotating display, they will probably fall over at some point. If you want to huddle them all together to make them stand, if you want to stick some sticky something underneath. Entirely up to you and how you display your stuff. Why am I doing this to myself? Round 2. These guys don't really scale well with anything, unless you want to stick them with the attack pack and make them baby versions. They're too big to scale with the Matchbox cars. I know for the first Jurassic World movie there was a bigger die-cast Jeep. I don't know if that scales well with this. If you have that one and it does scale well, let me know below. They're way too small to scale with the humans, unless, again, you want them to be little baby versions. They're pretty different proportionally than the original Jurassic Park hatchlings, but they are pretty fun to paint up if you have small enough paintbrushes. As far as other mini ones go, I do have the Jurassic Park 3 Dino Pack minis, which are much smaller, so these could be babies to these guys. Pretty similar in color. Okay, one more. This should be the rest of it. There we go. Actually, hey honey, do you want a drink?
Oh wait, is it the...
Yeah, the gross.
How's it taste?
Pretty bad.
Count me down from 3.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're welcome.
God, it's like if licorice fermented. Oh, God.
Success. All things considered, I think these are definitely worth picking up. Any variants of them, the metallic, the regular, the legacy, the solid. If you don't like the frill, cut it off. If you don't like the paint, paint it up. Just have fun with them. In sum, get these. Don't drink that. But if you do drink that, then please drink responsibly.